Yo, what's going on, guys? I wanted to introduce you to something that I've been exploring over the past few days, and I think it's quite incredible. It's called shifting to Hogwarts. I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but it just popped up. Uh, in essence, it is a guided meditation where you just think about Hogwarts and then you're there. They just talk about like, oh, if your house is meant to be Slytherin, you play this certain type of music. It's quite incredible. I would just like to go through some of the stuff I found, and then after that, we're gonna attempt to do our own shifting montage. I guess we'll call it. Um, some of the things that I thought were pretty funny. I like this one. This is a 1 hour loop of Fred and George talking while you're trying to sleep. I guess it's supposed to, if you want to be a Weasley at heart, you really feel that ginger coming on in you. You listen to them talking, and I promise you, all this is them like quietly whispering every 3 or 4 minutes. But between that, it's quite honestly just keyboard clicking. It's ridiculous. It sounds like somebody is just pressing the space bar throughout the entire thing as loud as they can while Fred and George like whisper behind it. I don't know if they're on like Pornhub. I don't know why they're just sitting there like giggling while they're pressing the space bar. It's quite annoying. I couldn't sleep to this, but I guess someone could. I don't know. And then it's a still frame of them. Then a whole nother side to this is there are tons of people that do like stories of when they shifted, and I got a couple of them pulled up. Like this guy, he's talking about how he shifted, how it was hard to shift. This girl's talking about specifically what happened when she shifted, like how people were putting spells on her. She was breaking out and dancing. I'm not quite sure, but this was quite strange because you make something called a script, I guess, to transfer, and your shift, I guess you put your name, and then you have a safe word, everything. Like, it feels like you're doing an application. It's ridiculous. Like, they're about to ask you for references on this thing. It is insane. She plagiarized it from somebody, but she was just talking about it, and yeah, you just put all this down. Some of them talk about how, like, they'll bump into people from the movies. Like, one of them popped into Cedric from the fourth movie, the guy that played by the Twilight guy, that handsome motherfucker. And she was like, oh, his perfect jawline was right in line with me. It was so hot. And then, I don't know, he just ran away giggling or something. And they talk about, like, just the spells that were put on him. How one of them was like, oh, he who shall not be named. And she started freaking out because I guess, they don't want to talk about that. She's doing a TikTok dance. That was a little TikTok dance for you guys.
And she just started like crying.
If somebody asked her about the Dark Lord, I guess she's talking about like those cum goblins that are approaching her. I guess they're coming after her. Wands raised, ready to fire. Oh Jesus Christ!
He's like, you've always wanted to save everyone. You wanted to.
Bam. That's hard hitting right there.
Why you want to?
That's
but
right there.
Just not possible.
It's not.
It's like you have a big heart. And
that's it. She's got a big cock. That's all we care about. So,
people there in Florida at my family. I'm gonna stick with this, and then I'm gonna look on Amazon later.
So okay, they'll I forgot. They'll go on these. They'll write down everything they want to experience. Like just where they're at. They'll describe the scene, and they call it their DR, which is a designed reality. It's I don't know. I guess I thought it was like dream world. Dick Rock Hard. I thought that's what DR stand for. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So that's just how that goes. Now I'd like to take you guys on a journey. We're gonna be having Fred and George talking in the background, and then we're gonna grab a little song. All right. Now that we've got our music and we've got our Fred and George whispering ready, it's time to start meditating. All right, gentlemen, break out your cum-stained yoga mats and break out your incenses that smell like Harry Potter and get ready. You're supposed to count to 100 and I don't know, be asleep by then, and then you're ready to go to the dream your designed reality, your dick rock hard. And but obviously I'm not gonna count to 100. That's just gonna take at a minute and 40 seconds. I don't have that much time, so we're just gonna start at 3. So it's like uno dos tres, and so now you are transformed to the dining hall of Hogwarts, and it's your first day. You're getting ready to be picked for wherever you're gonna go. You get picked, and you are designated to the District 13. And once you're, sent to where you're gonna go, you're hanging out, and then by God, the Dark Lord himself shows up, and he says, "Gandalf, I promise you your demise." And then he starts casting spells on you, and that's when it gets hazy. That's when you start getting all scared, and then Harry Potter shows up. He starts casting a couple spells, and then about then is when you start to wake up, and you realize that Harry Potter's been in bed next to you the entire time. And he looks over to you and he says, "Kitten, are you doing okay?" And you say nothing, and you just allow him to whisper sweet little things into your ears as you fall back asleep, and you are transported back to District 13. Honestly, I feel like I've guided you enough on this journey, and I think that you can take your imagination wherever you need to go. And yeah, that's about it I have for the shifting.